Nikki and Caitlin.
We're so glad you agreed to meet with us.
Before we begin, a Perrier, please. Yeah, it's in my rider.
Oh, of course. Here, Perrier.
A glass, if you would. Thank you.
Yeah, right. That makes sense. We were prepared, I promise, in every way. So thank you for meeting with us today. I'm going to jump straight to the point. Do you want to start a podcast with us?
What? You mean like Aceholes?
No, not Aceholes. We don't need a male presence upstaging us.
Yeah, that makes sense. Especially me.
Yes. No, we want to start a new show, a trashier, edgier show, a poker gossip podcast.
A poker gossip podcast?
Gossip poker.
Poker gossip.
Gooper passing podcast.
Poker fossils.
Poker.
Poker codget.
I mean poker gossip.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I really just think the poker podcast scene is super underdeveloped. There's room for at least a half a dozen more. I mean, if you can dream it, it should be a podcast.
You don't actually believe that, Nikki?
My data supports it.
Can I see the data?
It's in my other
It's
bag
encrypted
in a
currently.
Thing
It's really hard
on
to get
the
to,
stove.
now's not a good time.
I burned it.
Hold on. It's not like there isn't gossip and poker podcasts. Doug and Berkey have their fair share of scuttlebutt.
Whoa, quit talking like a sailor at us. We are trying to do business.
Besides, we don't care about the things that they care about. The same old hackney horse shit Berkey and Doug keep peddling around town. Cheating scandals, drive-by shootings, fugazi this, fugazi that. It's all poppycock.
Poppycock. You can say poppycock and I can't say scuttlebutt? That's...
Balderdash!
Hey. Let's not get caught up in linguistic gymnastics. It's unbecoming. We're women in poker, goddammit. Let's act like it. Alan, we have a vision about talking about what people really care about.
Okay, good. Like human interest pieces. Maybe politics?
Ooh.
Definitely not.
Economics?
Sex!
Who's swapping fluids?
That's uncommonly graphic.
No, we actually went with a really common graphic.
The font is Times New Roman.
This is not the
It's not
final.
finished.
No, we're still working on it. Do you like
How long
it?
is the podcast going to be?
3 hours,
Just like Joe Rogan.
And how many times a week?
4 days a week.
Just like Joe
You really
Rogan.
like Joe Rogan.
Who doesn't like Joe Rogan, Alan? He's literally so good at jujitsu.
Our podcast, Who's Swapping Fluids, is going to blow Joe Rogan out of the water. We're going to get a 10-figure deal with Spotify, like that.
Okay, you're talking about me co-hosting a 12-hour-a-week podcast about who's swapping fluids in poker?
Exactly.
We can offer you money.
We can't, but we can offer you equity. Like at least 2%.
Girls, I'm not gonna lie. It's an outrageous idea. It's risky, it's a little gross, but it's brilliant, it's disruptive, it's innovative and daring. By George, I'd be a fool not to be involved. But if I may though, ladies, one thing, I don't think it should be a poker gossip podcast. I think it should be a poker true crime podcast. There are 0 podcasts about poker murders.
Well, there aren't that many poker murders.
Well, I guess we better make some. We're gonna make hits without her, Nikki.
You just shot Caitlin!
Well, yeah, murder's trending. Hello?
Okay, I know that she wasn't a perfect human being. Okay, I know she had a lot of flaws, Alan. She sang a lot of show tunes, and she probably ate enough canned soup to feed a FEMA camp, but she didn't deserve to die.
You're right. You didn't. I didn't just die. That was a prop gun. And you've just been bamboozled.
Bamboozled?
Yeah, Alan and I's new TikTok hidden camera prank show. Camera right there, camera right there.
Well, we've been kicked out of a few strip malls already, but I believe in the idea. It's risky, it's disruptive.
It's a terrible prank, you guys.
Okay.
You're bad people. Oh my god.
Oh my God, Nikki, are you okay? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, psych. You've just been trick-nicked. That's my new show. I don't like how you made me feel.
Can we talk about some of the stuff you said when you thought I was dead? I thought you liked it when I sang.
Aceholes with Nikki and Caitlin.